Hey guys, Jay's back. I wanted to do a little video for you guys about how to prepare your hardscapes and stuff for your tank. Sorry about the lighting. Somebody kind of took my light out of here, so I mean it is what it is. So first thing I'm going to go over is preparing your wood. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to go with stone first because I think that's one of the more critical ones. I have learned through my journey in the hobby to never boil your stone that you're going to put into your tank. The reason why I say this is because I had one of the big soup pots, okay? And it was pretty thick. And one day I was boiling my stones because, well, I was trying to kill all the bacteria and stuff that might have been colonized on it. And, well, get the stones in there. I bring it up to temp slowly. And at some point, I wasn't in the room at the time, but one of my stones actually burst. And it blew a giant hole into the side of the pot. Like, it almost sounded like a construction site, like if they dropped like a steel beam or something like that. I mean, it was loud. And I'm looking around and everything, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I find one of the bigger sized rocks I had in there had turned into about 20 smaller ones. And what happened is, I think there was an air pocket inside the stone. And once it got heated up to a certain temperature, it just had nowhere to go, and it expanded. And I wish I still had. As a matter of fact, I still do have a piece of that stone somewhere here. Because if I would have been in the room, I would have had some pretty serious injury, if not dead. Dead. I don't know what happened to it. I might have used it in one of my other tanks. Is that it? Nope. I have so many stones and stuff sitting around here. And most of them I just go down to my local, creeks, streams, rivers, and I'll collect them that way. I like the look of some of these river stones, but lately I've been thinking about taking this behind me here and doing like a dragon stone scape in it. I don't know, it's one of those things I'd have to toy around with. I mean, I love this piece of driftwood. I love this piece of driftwood over here. This middle one, I mean, I put it there just to give the tank a little bit of depth. And I mean, I have plenty of other wood that I could use, and I think I will at some point. But never, back on the rock subject, never boil your rocks. I mean, there are so many people out there that said that, oh, I've done this for years and nothing's ever happened. So did I. And it just turned out that me doing it, something ended up happening. I mean, it's always a gamble when you boil your rocks. But when it comes to boiling, boil your driftwood. One, it'll help this bark easily come off. It'll kill anything that's actually been living in it, and it'll also help waterlog it a lot quicker. As you can see, this one has not been boiled yet. Matter of fact, this was a piece of the bigger one here, and I attempted to boil it. Didn't have a pot big enough. So, I mean, this piece right here, it was semi-boiled. And as you can see, you have all the crevices from like termites, other things getting down into the wood. And boiling it will kill all those little pests off. I mean, termites, they'll make great fish food, but always boil your wood. If you don't have something big enough to boil your wood, I'll put it this way. I learned my lesson. I used to always boil wood, and the one time I didn't, this piece right here, it's causing all kinds of problems in my tank now. I just end up getting the water stabilized a lot more. I lost a German blue ram because of it. I might lose my other male along with one of my tetras. And everybody already knows that tetras are very finicky. Like, you'll get them, you'll put them in a quarantine tank or something like that, and you'll probably lose a couple just from transport, stuff like that. They're harder to keep alive, I should say. But the 7 I have here in my tank right now, they've been in there for quite some time. And now I might end up losing one of them because of my stupidity. So always try to find a way to boil your wood. If you can't boil your wood, at least soak it for a while. Mine was even soaked. This one, boiled, soaked, never caused a problem. This one, not boiled, not soaked, causes a problem. And boiling it will also release a lot of the tannins. A lot of people don't like tannins in their water. Me, I always try to keep a little bit. I find it as, well, I've already done a video on it if you guys want to see that, but I personally think it's a natural medication for your fish. Matter of fact, once this started happening with the tank, I ended up putting pieces of driftwood that was soaked. It wasn't boiled because I wanted to keep the tannins in there as much as I could. But I put a little bit of that down in my filter to release some tannins into the water. As you can see, like, it has my tank always has a little bit of coloration to it. Matter of fact, over here it looks green, but yeah, over here it's looking like a clearish tan color. I think that's just because of all that Java fern I have, or Java moss I have there. But always boil your wood. Do not boil your stone. Unfortunately, both things I have found out the hard way, and it was never my intention. I was hoping everything was going to be fine. I mean, I took this down and I pressure washed it. Of course, I pressure wash almost all my wood anyway. But yeah, it's caused nothing but problems, and I'm sure it's gonna cause more problems down the line. So we'll see what happens. I'm already thinking about a rescape because I want more of a root structure, possibly throughout the entire tank. Of course, I'm still going to keep it planted. I'm going to attach mosses and Anubias and Bucephalandra onto the wood, stuff like that. Make it look a little bit more inviting for other fish. If I have breeding going on in my tank, you know, they have a better chance of surviving. Matter of fact, I just pulled 7 guppy fry out of here and put them over there in the 20 gallon, which eventually I'm going to have to upgrade that because eventually that's going to become overstocked, because one of my my one guppy female from the first batch looks like she's already holding, and that was like 2-3 months ago. I pulled them out of this tank as babies. I don't even know how long it's been, but she's got the big old belly and it looks like she's holding. So, but all right, guys, it's about 10 minutes. I'm gonna skedaddle. Boil your wood, don't boil your stone. Soak your wood, soak your stone. Soaking your stone is one of the best things you can do. Matter of fact, if you even want to take boiling water and pour it over your stones, that should be fine. It won't get to a hot enough internal temperature that it would burst, but still be careful. But alright guys, later.